Dear Dayo, you know, in the Nigerian culture you are so interested in, I should not be present here as you are being laid to rest. Fathers and mothers are not supposed to be at the funeral of their children. But I'm here because I love you. You were never a boy who followed conventions and culture. You did things your way. So we have to honor that even as we mourn, and darkness has been the coat we have been wearing since Friday, 22nd of September, 2023. You came to this world on the first day of summer, 1993. You brought sunshine, joy, and happiness to your mother and I. But in the 30 years you spent in this world, you brought smiles and love to the people around you, your friends, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins, not to forget your brothers. You had an eventful childhood that was marred with epileptic attacks. But that was the time that you showed me you had the best grandparents. I remember you spending months being admitted in the hospital. All the time, the doctors were using Western medicines and practices to try and help you. But the attacks were making you fall, sometimes 40 times a day. So much so you had to wear a helmet. In desperation, I had called your other grandparents in Nigeria. They sent some anti-epilepsy traditional medicinal leaves to be drunk as a cure. I was afraid your grandmother will object, but she became an ally in the conspiracy to give you the traditional medicine. And not long after that, your attacks went down within weeks and you were discharged from the hospital. After a while, it completely disappeared. Why am I telling this story? It is not to boast that African traditional medicine is better than Western medicine. It is because it showed how far your grandparents, especially your grandmother, was prepared to go for you. Actually, when those two police agents came to tell me you died in a car accident, my first thought was, could it be that the epileptic attack came back and made you lose control? But it was you taking the ultimate control of your life. You are the most African of all my children. Everything about Africa interested you. Together, we as a family have been to Nigeria. But our father-son trip to Zanzibar in 2017 was a highlight of our bonding. We had so many intimate discussions. We smiled, we cried together. My conclusion when we came back was that I had the most loving, most thoughtful, and most forgiving son. Some of the lessons you taught me during that trip, I still apply in my dealings with your brothers. You are most happy when talking of times you spent with your aunt, Hamina and Peter in Leiden. You talked lovingly about your uncle, Edzard. You were most comfortable when you were visiting your grandparents in Elder, but your mother was the love of your life. Yet, I want to say thank you for the human gift you gave me called Dayo. He always told me how much you meant to him, and in some situations, how much pain he caused you, but that is a parent-child thing. Dayo, I remember when I first discovered you smoked. It was in Amersfoort and on one of our Christmas gourmet that we always had with your wonderful cousins, Gabby and Mick, and their recently passed mother. So, Toby said he was going outside to smoke, and you, quite embarrassed, said you were going to join him too. I was flabbergasted. You smoke? I asked, and you said yes. Kayode had a kind of wicked smile on his face. So when you went outside, I asked him, Kayode, if he knew you smoked. And he said he already knew for years. He found out when both of you went together to Paris and promised to keep it a secret. Brothers. But Dayo, you always put everyone ahead of yourself. I was not surprised you became a social worker, especially caring for people with mental and physical disabilities. It was not a job for you. You have always been one for the underdog, for those at the margin of the society and those whom the rat race have forgotten. That was your calling. That is what you enjoy doing. Everyone who knows the history of Feyenoord will realize why this was your favorite Dutch football club. Your favorite national team was the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Dayo, you were always too embarrassed to ask for help. So it is ironic that one of our last text conversations was that of you asking me to help you. No, it was not something serious. You and Michael were at the Formula One race in Sanford, and the race got stopped midway because of rain. You could not get any information on the ground as to when the race was going to resume. You texted me for information. I was watching it live online on your Formula One account you have always shared with me. I wish you could have shared your inner demons and emotional roller coasters with me. I have always been there for everyone around me in distress. I wish you had opened up to me. We could have faced this demon together. Dayo, you are the first person to call me Papa. I'm glad you chose me to be your father. I became a better human being because of you. If you could see this hall now, you will realize everyone you had ever met has felt your aura. You left your mark. People love you. We saw and admire you. It is a pity that you could not see it yourself. All my friends who have met you, some as recently as 2 months ago in Rotterdam, have the greatest respect for you. The way they talk about you makes my head grow as a father. Pity you did not wait to see your beloved Feyenoord humiliate Ajax twice within 4 days. You will never bring Michael from Groningen to Rotterdam to eat African food in our house again. I will never witness the extent of how much you and Monique would have grown even closer and the respect and love you had for each other. You were always interested in whatever Kayode was doing. You were so proud of him whenever he was abroad playing another international tournament. You were always watching him on live stream. What you did not really know or understand was that Kayode has few heroes in life, and you were his greatest hero. He was the happiest when he knew you liked whatever it is he was doing. You were so happy when I told you Toby and I renewed contact. You said in so many words that you knew it made me a happier person. You are looking forward to seeing Toby again. Our family was complete again. As I finish these words, I want all of you present here, family, and colleagues watching in Kenya, Nigeria, Germany, America, in Lansingerland, Zeeland, Brabant, South Holland, and elsewhere to remember to love yourselves as a person. Learn to embrace your insecurities. For it is when you embrace your darkest fears that you will see the brightest star in you. If you are able to do that, Dayo would not have died for nothing. Temidayo Olutobi, you were born on the first day of summer in 1993. You left us on the last official day of summer, 2023. I want all of you to listen to the words of the next song. Think about the words and take care of each other. Dayo, you are at peace now. Love surrounds you. See you later, my Afropean, Groningen, Dutch, Naija, African boy. Omomi, Sunre.